So if you're trying to figure out what type of tow vehicle you need to pull your RV that you want, then this is the video for you. Stick around. We're going to tell you everything you need to know. All right, guys, so welcome back to Home on the Hitch. Glad to see you here. If it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Leave us a thumbs up and check out everything on our website, www.homeonthehitch.com. All right, so tow vehicles. And if you're new, most of the stuff in this video we're going to be talking about is stuff that's going to apply to you. Maybe you're in a point where you're trying to figure out what type of truck you need to get, or is the truck that you have big enough to tow the RV that you want, or what kind of RV can you tow with the truck that you have. So number one, recommendation on a brand. You know, I think as long as you get the correct truck to pull what you're looking for, I don't think the brand really matters. I think all the major manufacturers, the modern trucks, are more than capable of pulling what they're rated at. So can't really give you a specific on a brand. Everybody's going to have different thoughts on that, and you're going to find people who you know, are diehard Ford guys or Chevy or whatever. That's not me. As long as you got a good truck that's rated to pull what you need, I think you're in good shape. You need to find someone that you trust, that you can talk to. Maybe someone who has an RV, who's been towing for a while. Someone you can ask questions to about specific trucks that you may find. Otherwise, and also, you need to educate yourself. Educate yourself on what the tow numbers are, what the abbreviations mean, and how to figure out what's what. So you can look at any truck and trailer combination you want to at that point and know whether or not it's within the limits of that tow vehicle to tow it. The thing about tow ratings is, back in the day, it used to be up to the manufacturer to determine what the tow rating of the vehicle was. There weren't any standardized tests or anything like that. So Chevy or Ford or Dodge or whoever could say, hey, this truck tows 30,000 pounds. For the market and for the public, that doesn't give a fair standard evaluation. Lucky for us, though, all that changed, and the manufacturers, everybody got together and said, okay, let's come up with a set of tests, set of requirements that are going to qualify tow ratings. And that's what they did. So every vehicle now that is rated, no matter what the manufacturer, goes through the same process to get that rating. So at least now when you're looking at a Chevy that's rated to tow 30,000 pounds or whatever, and a Ford that's rated to tow 30,000 pounds, you know they've both achieved that rating by the same tests. So what I recommend is that you find someone that you can trust to talk back and forth about it when you're looking at trucks and trailers to pull behind them, as well as educate yourself about the numbers and what they mean and where to find them. That way you can figure it all out yourself. What you need to be looking at when you're doing this shopping and you're trying to figure out what type of vehicle to buy for what camper, it's all a numbers thing. And if you know what those numbers are and how to plug them in and figure things out, then you're all set. And you can avoid the mistakes that so many have made, that I've made. Make sure you do your homework because it's a bad feeling to buy a camper based off and be like, oh yeah, what we got, this is fine, and realize that you don't have a vehicle that can tow it. and that leads to denial, and that leads to aggression. You don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to be in the situation where you bought a 1500, a half-ton pickup truck, and then you go out and the salesman tells you, yeah, just because the camper that you are looking at says half-ton on the front of it and weighs, 12,000 pounds. Guess what? You can't safely tow that with a half-ton pickup truck. I mean, and people get defensive about that. People get really defensive about it, but it's because they bought a $50,000 or $60,000 half-ton pickup truck that won't tow their camper. So that's why they get defensive about it. So number 3, where do you find the numbers and where do you find out what they mean? Well, finding out what they mean isn't that hard to do. Google searches will get you that information. You can check out our website, www.homeonthehitch.com/towing. Got a whole bunch of information up there. Most, if not all of the abbreviations are up there. I'll tell you what they mean. And there's even a tow weight calculator worksheet up there and a tow app, a link to an app that's really cool. So make sure you check that out. Again, I'll put the website up here on the screen, as well as a link in the description below, so you can check that out. While you're doing your research, that's a good place to go. So let's start with the camper. We're going to use our camper and our truck. So I'm going to show you where to look to find these numbers. First off, front driver's corner of the camper, you're going to find a sticker that's going to look like this right here. Glasses back on. All right. So what you're going to find, a few things. You're going to find a sticker that looks like this, and this is going to have information about your tires and information about cargo. The weight of the cargo should never exceed 2,330 pounds, 2,330 pounds. So that's my cargo rating. Okay, know that. Below it, on this sticker, gross vehicle weight rating. So the gross vehicle weight rating is 11,435 pounds. 11,435 pounds. So that is the amount the trailer is rated to weigh with cargo. So what we need to figure out at this point then is, what's the dry weight of the camper? So let's see, the gross vehicle weight rating of the camper was, sorry, I'm trying to do this with 11,435 pounds. Let's minus out the cargo rating, which was 2,330 pounds. And that's going to give us a dry weight of 9,105 pounds. What number do you need to have in mind when you're looking for a pickup truck? The mistake people make is looking at the dry weight of the camper when they're going to buy their tow vehicle. Because so if you use ours as a example, the unloaded camper weight is about 9,000 pounds, 9,100 pounds. The cargo capacity is 2,300 pounds. That's a big difference. That gets you over 11,000 pounds on the gross weight of the camper. So you need to be looking at the gross weight. This number right here, 11,435 pounds is the gross vehicle weight rating. That's the number you need to have in mind that your camper weighs when you're looking for a tow vehicle. That's where people make mistakes. They go out and they say, okay, the camper weighs 9,000 pounds, and they go get a truck that's rated to tow 10,000 pounds. Cool, I'm great. And then they put a bunch of stuff in it and their camper weighs 11,000 pounds. And all of a sudden they don't have enough truck to tow their camper. Vice versa, if you have a tow vehicle and you're looking for campers, you need to whittle down how much it is that your tow vehicle can actually tow, and then be looking at campers with gross vehicle weight ratings underneath that. So next, we're going to show you where to look at to find the numbers you need to know about your truck or your tow vehicle if you're looking for that. So you guys that have been doing this a while, this is all old hat, and you know about it. And this is aimed towards those who may not. So have a little patience. All right, so with the truck, what you're going to do is open up that driver's door, and you're going to have a whole bunch of stickers here. The thing, you're going to have a sticker here that looks a lot like the sticker that was on the side of the camper, and it's going to give you a cargo rating. Combined weight of the occupants and cargo should never exceed 4,708 pounds. 4,708 pounds. So the cargo rating carrying capacity for my truck is 4,708 pounds, which is actually well below what you're going to find on the internet for this truck. What you need to remember is with more options and the long bed and the four-wheel drive and all of those things adds weight to the vehicle, which takes away weight from your cargo. So a short bed Denali, dually, or a standard bed is going to have almost 1,000 pounds more of cargo carrying capacity than my truck, just because this is a long bed. All right, somewhere else you're going to have a sticker down along the bottom. All right, and that's going to give you some pretty important numbers. Again, I've got the gross vehicle weight rating of my truck listed here. The gross vehicle weight rating, in other words, the maximum amount that my truck can weigh with the truck and cargo, is 13,025 pounds. The other thing that's important to think about when you're dealing with cargo, as far as your truck is that the tongue weight or the pin weight of your travel trailer or fifth wheel, whatever that weight is, counts against the cargo of your truck, because that's where it's going. It's going into the bed of your truck or on the bumper. We said our camper weighs about 9,000 pounds, say 9,100 pounds, and we'll say we've got 1,000 pounds of stuff in it. So that's 10,100 pounds. So that's going to be a little bit over 1,000 pounds of tongue weight if you use the 10% rule for a travel trailer, 15% tongue weight rule or pin weight rule for a fifth wheel, sometimes 20. So we'll say we got 1,100 pound tongue weight. Well, that comes off of my 4,700 pounds. So really I've only got 3,600 pounds of cargo left to put inside the truck. So it's very important to know what the cargo rating of the cargo carrying capacity is of your tow vehicle. These are all things that you have to look at when you're looking to pick out a truck to tow your camper, or you're looking at campers to match up with the tow vehicle that you already have. There's one other place that you need to look, and you can look at these in new vehicles that you're looking at. So don't forget to do this step. So you're going to look in your owner's manual, or the owner's manual in the vehicle, and find out, go to the back and look for the towing section. Trailer towing. So I know this is a 3500 and it is a K model. So they have designations for K, they have designations for C, and this is only for a Chevrolet GMC. But look in your owner's manual, and if you need to find out whichever one yours is, if there's different model designations for your manufacturer, you need to find out. This is actually denoted on my door sticker over there. So what we're going to look for is a K 3500 pickup, crew cab, long box, four-wheel drive. Right here, dual rear wheels. Rear axle ratio is 3.73, and our max trailer weight is 22,600 pounds. The gross combined weight rating. This is the maximum amount that this truck can weigh along with the trailer hooked to it. So if the trailer weighs 10,000 pounds and the truck weighs 10,000 pounds, you would have 20,000 pounds. So 30,500 pounds is the most this truck is rated to weigh in combination with a trailer. We have a, let's say, 11,000 pound travel trailer plus a 13,200 pound truck, 24,200 pounds. So we are well underneath the gross combined weight rating for our setup. When you start getting overweight is when you start having issues, and it's not hard to get overweight. You need to know what these numbers are. So where you may run into issues and where you're going to run into problems is when you get a truck trailer combination that is getting close to or is above the gross combined vehicle weight rating for the truck. You're going to start running into safety issues with stopping, issues being able to stay in the lane, issues, at speed, wear and tear, undue wear and tear on your drivetrain, your engine, your transmission, tires, axles. Your axles are, when you start getting overweight like that, your axles are going to be way overweighted for what they're rated for. You're just going to start having all kinds of issues with your vehicle. So do yourself a favor and educate yourself on what these numbers mean before you go out and make a big mistake. If you're in the process of figuring out what camper to buy and you have a truck already, cool. Find out the numbers on your truck and find out what you can tow. Look at the door sticker, go look in your owner's manual and find out what your gross vehicle weight rating is combined, and figure out what your cargo rating is, and figure out what size travel trailer or fifth wheel you can actually pull. So that gives you an idea when you go to look at things, you're not looking at things that your tow vehicle can't handle. Because you will come in contact with people that will say, oh no, yeah, it can handle, oh, that truck can pull that just fine. And maybe it will pull it just fine for a little while, but it's not worth the wear and tear. It's not worth the accident or hurting yourself or someone else because you're not paying attention to the numbers. If you want a bigger camper than what your truck can tow, then go trade your truck in on a different truck. So hopefully if you're new, this gives you some kind of insight to what these numbers are, where you can find them. Again, you can check out our website on www.homeonthehitch.com/towing. There's a lot of information up there. It's all spelled out what these abbreviations mean, as well as our video on towing is up there. So make sure you go over there and check that out. Give us a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, take care of each other, love each other, make every moment count. We'll see you next time.